Alright, so in the last video we're able to animate our lines, the bowling lines, and within our series we've been able to animate a bouncing ball. You know where our timeline is, our canvas, our true property, where to put our keyframe, where to take away our keyframe. So now we're going to move on to some basic principle of animation that is very crucial to your animation, and it is simply about lines. And what we are going to learn today is called the arc, right? So welcome back everyone to the Toonboom tutorial series. I'm glad that you're still with us. Hopefully you've been able to follow to this point. But before we start this, quick information: I'm setting up a team to work on a couple of projects. So if you're an animator or you know of any animator that wants to join, kindly drop a comment in the section, leave your details, or just follow me on TikTok. I'm going to provide the details there. Just DM me there and we'll pick it up from there. What we're going to do now is we want to animate something using arcs, and if you pay attention to most videos or animation, or even in real life, assuming you have your hand, right? Assuming you have your hand and you're trying to move it up, right? There's no way you're going to move it straight like that. It's going to follow a line, it's going to follow an arc, right? So your hand is going to follow all the way here before it gets to the top, and it's always going to make this curvature, which is one principle of animation that we use. Does it come with an H or not? I don't know, maybe. So let's look at this. So let us see how we can apply this to our animation. First of all, let me take away all this. I don't need this. And what we're going to do is, you can either start a new drawing or we can edit this one. So I don't need this. I'm going to select the last keyframe, select everything here, press F7, that's to delete our keyframe, or you can right click and go to delete keyframes. Just press F7 and now everything is gone. And when we select using our transform tool, you realize there's nothing here. So we want to move our ball from this side, from the left side to the right side within, let's say, 24 frames. So the starting frame, I'm going to take my ball all the way by pressing shift and moving it. It moves in a straight line. And once I leave it, you realize the computer has already automatically put in a keyframe for me since my animation is turned on. So I'm now going to move to the 24th frame. That's where I want the ball to move to the opposite side. So I can either move my playhead or just type in the number 24, enter, and I'm on the 24th frame. And I move the ball right here. Or you might be asking, what is this line following the ball? And if you follow the last video, this is just the control lines. You can turn it off, but it's something that we're going to use. So right now I have it off. If you want it to show, you can just right click on the ball in the camera view, then you go to show pattern control parameters, or simple fast way, shift plus F11, right? So as you can see, if you play, let me just bring our time a bit closer. If I should play this on the loop, this is what we get, right? This is what we get. And we definitely know objects don't move in a straight line, right? So we need that arc, we need that curvature within our animation. So we kind of need it to flow this way instead of going this way, right? We need an arc instead of a straight line. So that's what we can do. We can just using our transform tool, because we are working on 24 frames. I like the curvature to happen within the center of the whole animation. So that will be half of 24, which is 12. And all I'm going to do is just grab and lift. But we have this problem here. As you can see now, it feels like a sharp curve, sharp lines here, and that's not what we are trying to get. We want a curve. As you can see, when we play, we have this sharp movement that doesn't feel natural, right? So this is what we can do. We're going to take everything out and we are going to change something to get that curvature, because now we are using just the drawing result to animate. Is going to be a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo everything. We need to introduce another property here. So just click on the plus, and we're going to introduce the coordinate and control points, right? So what we need to do now is, let's say, let me take it back to when we have that shape here. You realize with the position here, if you have the separate check, this is what you get. You get this sharp movement which feels unnatural. And in order to fix that with a drawing, that specs are quite different. But the drone, we just have to turn it off. But once you turn it off, it can't um, delete all the animation that you did. So what we have to do is, don't worry, just delete the keyframes that you created since we are not going to use that. And we just turn it off and we start the whole keyframe process again. So on my first frame, I want it here, and on the 24th frame, I want it, let's say, here. But now if I should bring it to the middle of the frame, which is 12, and I should move it up, you realize it has this almost I think it's a perfect arc, right? So now we have our ball actually moving in an arc form. It was, which feels much more natural than it was initially. So now that we have this, now let's say we want to put in some ease in and ease out. You can just either click on the keyframes. So let's say you want it to ease out and ease in on the later part. So you have a quick ease in, and whenever you apply this ease in and ease out, pay attention to the lines and see how close or how far apart they come. So once I have this, let me just move our time here. You realize the lines are closer here. So that means it's going to start slower at this angle, then quickly accelerate to this angle. That's the whole purpose of the ease out. So it's easing out, so slow out. Whereas if I had done it ease in, let me just undo. If I had done it ease in, that means it would have started faster. It would have started faster and slowly decelerate. Alright, so let us just apply the basic one. So I'm just gonna apply an ease out. When I get to the top, I want it to stay on the screen a little bit. So quick ease. So I have a little bit of more frames here, and here I want it to ease in. Although, yeah. So now if I should play it, it still feels somehow unnatural. So I prefer to do it a little bit manual. So what I can do now is just as we did in the previous video, I can come to the playhead now, select the time, the keyframe, go to set, right click on it and go to set ease for multiple parameters. And as we did initially, if you bring it in now here, you know you are slowing it down. So if I should click on apply, you realize the frames are getting closer at the beginning. So apply a nest here. I think let us keep it, let us just manipulate these handles a little bit. So you apply, as you can see, it means the ball is going to start slowly from here and it's going to accelerate a bit faster here. So apply a nest. I think this is okay, but I want it a bit slower. Alright, so what we just did, we just gave it some ease in and ease out manually. Just by applying some basic principles of animation like the arc and timing, we're able to get our ball to move from this robotic mesh to this much more fluid and convincing animation. So if this video helped you in any way, a like and a subscribe would be great. And until then, happy animating. And if you have anything you want us to work on in the next video, kindly drop it in the comment section.